here we are, headed to Chico. We are going to the Kawasaki shop. My son had been looking at this bike multiple times and was super excited about it, so one day after school, surprised him, and we went down and picked it up. It's a 2023 KLX 140R. He was right around 12. Pretty awesome little bike though. 0 hours, probably has 5 minutes of running time. Pretty cool. Spoiled little kid. Alright. Probably the first time he had ridden his bike. It's an empty lot next to our house, so I took him over there just to kind of get a feel for his bike. He did a really good job. Kind of had me nervous, but he did great. He didn't crash, kept it on 2 wheels. So this was our first step in modifications. Did the headlight, pro taper bars, a Cherubies handguards.
Yeah, nice. Try one more good one. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Again, just getting a feel for the weight of his bike. I had him do an exercise to stand up on his pegs, feeling of the weight of the motorcycle through his feet, which is obviously where we all want to be. This was after we purchased a graphics kit. This was our first graphics kit that we got for him. Threw on a BBR full exhaust. We went for a couple rides locally on some fire roads. Got up to Sawmill Peak. He had a little crash, but did great. So this is at a friend of ours, his parents' dirt bike track. Yeah. And I think I put a riser on the bars a little bit too.
That was carbureted?
Yeah. He had the idea maybe a 250 was the right bike. I don't think so. That was the KLX140 we got as a donor bike. Here we are taking it apart, rear swing arm. I had Breck heavily involved in working on it. We got the frame down to nothing. The swing arm linkage mounts were different on the KX compared to the KLX. You can see the offset is to the right, and on the KLX it's to the left, as pictured there. I cut the mounts off. I wanted to use the KX linkage system, which was certainly a lot heavier duty and better looking quality than the KLX. Here the rear shock, even after I took the spacer out, it still had just a little bit of suspension binding, it seemed like. I cut the chain roller and the kickstand off, mounted this nice custom kickstand that tucks in nice, kind of like my KTM. Really cool upgrade. So yeah, here's this is kind of showing like in motion right here. See, it's a little bit of bind still. There's a little bit of an angle to it, and it just wasn't going to fly for me. Cut the top mounts off and move the whole thing over to where there was no binding anymore. Here I was starting to fit a Mikuni carb. We went through 2 different carbs before I was all said and done. Did some porting on the cylinder head. The shocks, we went through Race Tech, got everything custom valved and sprung for his weight. Here I got the chain guide on wrong on this swing arm. Starting to put everything back together after we got it back from the powder coater. Everything really turned out nice. Every linkage, every part had new bearings, and everything was brand new. I rebuilt the entire thing, so nothing was put back with old stuff. Even though they were old parts, we rebuilt all of it. So the air boot was interfering with the shock since I had to move it over. So I built that stainless steel plate on the air box to move the air boot over. Added a few more breathers in there. Still probably going to do a little bit more work on that. Had Breck do some lacing of his new spokes on the powder coated rims. Everything's starting to come together. Looking pretty cool. Kind of getting a feel for it. Maybe getting a little excited, but not showing a whole lot. Kickstand, IMS pegs, put all the black T-bolt little accessories on the engine just to dress it up. Found this really cool skid plate. I changed the mounts a little bit on it. I wasn't pleased with how it came originally, so I changed it up a little. There she is, kind of all put back together with all the KX100 stuff. I did use a 99 or 2000 KX100.
Hey, we're out here at the clay pits in Orville, about 30 minutes from where we live. So this new KLX140 just finished building it after about 3 months. Got brand new MX Dunlop MX34s, front and back. Brand new Race Tech gold valve suspension for a KX85, but we switched it over to KLX140. Put a brand new T-bolt 170 big bore kit and 24mm flat side carburetor. Got the full D3 BBR exhaust pipe, and then powder coated a lot of parts. The frame powder coated black, wheels, engine mounts, triple clamps, and everything powder coated green. Got turbines and grips, particle bars, KX85 front fender. We got some new IMS foot pegs. We powder coated those green, but we might have finished one on the outside. 2000 something KX100 rear swing arm. We have to fabricate some new mounts for the ditch and stuff.
You got Renthal front and rear sprockets and a gold chain, Renthal gold chain.
The Trail Tech gives you how fast you're going, your battery voltage, outside temp, like trail time, traveled, engine temp, and lots of other cool goodies.
Are these stock triple clamps?
No, those came off of a KX100. The original ones were kind of sad, so we put these on.
These are the D1H triple clamps?
Yeah. Aftermarket switches, one for your on and off.
Oh yeah, the key switch, huh?
Yeah.
There's a key tucked into there.
And then horn, turn signals, and different brightness headlight for out here, Polysport.
Oh yeah.
With some nice decal works, graphics, among other things.
All custom. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, you ready to take this thing out for its first spin? You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Here we go. Kind of see how that suspension was going to work out. You can kind of see, and even just that little jump, that his suspension kind of dropped pretty low. We did readjust the sag. Here we have the new seat cover. He wanted a more motocross style flat seat, less of an arch, so I built up the seat, put a new cover on. We put all new graphics again. Now we have a KX170 look shown on the shroud. I changed the rear fender to the full-size KLX instead of the smaller duckbill style. As you can see the comparison there. That took a while to get, probably 3 weeks, almost like a back order deal. Decal Works was super cool about getting these graphics made. B-ball with me. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of Breck's KLX140R next to a stock bike. So we're gonna check it out. So where are we at?
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, Chico Motorsports.
Yep, the deal.
The happy place, happiest place on earth. All right, well, you ready to get this thing unloaded?
I think Disneyland is the happiest place on earth. Just go to your local dealer for dirt bikes.
For dirt bikes, right? We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this thing done. All right, you ready? Grab your bike. Let's walk this thing over there. Is it too big for you now? Can we get you a smaller one?
If I can fit on a full-size bike, I can fit on this.
Yeah.
The RF, which is the largest of the KLX 140s, is very similar in size to this one, which is the smallest. So
That's kind of crazy. And I want to say
the seat height would actually be almost bigger, since this one was modified to be more flat instead of the dip thing.
yeah, for sure. I think this, your KLX 170, your KX 170 now, is the same height at least as the KX over there. They look about the same heights, don't they? And it's probably taller than this 140 RF, which actually has bigger wheels.
Yeah.
But because of the seat profile and the suspension difference, we've definitely got more ground clearance on that bike. So,
Yeah.
pretty rad. Pretty rad. It's a nice shirt.
Thanks.
What does that say on the back? Ooh, on your marks, custom fabrication. Yeah, I dig it.
140 RF.
The 140
Kawasaki.
RF. So this is the, is this the 19? No, that's the 2118.
I think so.
2118 rims. The 140 RL.
Where?
So that's probably the 1917, right?
Yeah. Same as mine.
What the heck is this thing?
It's a Freakster.
Freakster? Tell me about it.
The KLX 140R. Smallest one. But
The smallest. So what's it supposed to look like?
like it's just green instead of
Just
gray.
green instead of
Yeah.
gray. So that's what you started out with, huh?
Mhm.
It actually fits you good. I think maybe we should just trade your
Yeah.
bike in for that one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, who wants race tech suspension?
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. Exactly. So that's what you started out with a couple years ago, huh? Yeah.
March of 2023.
Oh, nice. So this is the R model, 140R, and right next to it, we got to look at that because that's what a big influence is, right?
KX race bike, 112.
The 112.
Two-stroke.
Pretty rad bike, right? Full motocross style suspension.
No kickstand.
This has the 19 front, 17 rear rim. Profile of the seats kind of flat like the motocross style. The KLX has the sweeping trail bikes seat profile. All right. And here we have the hybrid. This is a 23 KLX 140R with KX suspension. Pretty cool. Pretty stoked?
Yeah.
Right on. And this is where it all started. Wasn't more than a couple of years before, and we pulled this little bike out of this very same dealership, and now she's got a whole new whole new outlook. Well,
Yep.
good.
A little fast.
Here, stud. Good job.